Welcome to GripeCast with your host, Alex Hernandez. This show is dedicated to consumer technology news and pop culture. GripeCast is owned by Techaeris. Visit Techaeris.com for the latest tech reviews, news, entertainment, and pop culture. Now sit tight, the show is about to begin. All right, welcome to the least listened to podcast on the internet. This is GripeCast, episode 23, July 11th, and I am back. I think the last episode I did of GripeCast was almost 2 weeks ago, and it's been quite a few days. Several reasons for that. We were on July 4th break here in the States, so happy 4th. To everyone. It was my birthday. I had gone to Canada. There's a lot going on for me in the past few weeks. And I also had a couple of reviews that I needed to get done. And I needed to get them done quickly. So kind of took a break from the podcasting. But this week I'm back and, just going to do a quick short show this week. I wanted to touch on a few things, namely the Unpacked event from Samsung, and I'll talk a little bit about laptops. I had a question this week from a friend of mine asking about laptops and which ones they should buy, and I just want to kind of share my thoughts on really one central thing about purchasing a new laptop, because I generally when I give recommendations I don't ever recommend very, very cheap, affordable, like very low budget laptops, and I'll get more into that in a little bit once we get to that portion of the show, but right now we're going to talk a little about the Galaxy Unpacked event. We'll talk about the laptops. And then I want to, at the end of the show here, toward the end, I want to talk a little bit about where I'm going and how things are going for me personally, for the site, for GripeCast, and where I want to be heading in for the duration of this year and looking forward, and just to see, kind of share with you guys, especially you guys that have been supportive of what I do for a lot of years. So I want to just share kind of some of the things that are on my mind. And if you stick with me to the entire podcast, I appreciate that very, very, very much. So I'm going to talk about Samsung Galaxy devices. They were announced yesterday, and they announced the Z Fold 6, the Z Flip 6, and some new Galaxy watches, along with the new Galaxy Buds and a new Galaxy Ring, which we expected. All this stuff it's not unexpected. So I am hoping soon, I don't know when, but I should be getting a Z Fold 6 and a Z Flip 6 for review. So I should have that, at least an unboxing of that, coming soon. I can't tell you when, because I don't know when I will get the devices, but I'm hoping within the next week or two, if I'm lucky. So just hope that we get that. I just had a few thoughts about these things. I don't want to go too in depth with the Z Fold 6 and the Z Flip 6, because I'm obviously going to have those in-house, and I want to just kind of save a lot of my thoughts for when I unbox and I get to my review. But initial impressions, just from photos and video, this doesn't look like a huge upgrade for either one of these devices. But from what I can see, in video and from photos, I believe that this is probably one of the better incremental updates to these devices. They've shortened and widened the phone overall. It's very minimal, but this I can't wait to get my hands on it, because just looking at the photos, you can see just how different it really is. Never mind the camera bumps, the camera humps module there. The camera module is very different, and that kind of distracts, it's kind of like a big, huge difference right there, the camera module. But that aside, they made it look a little more like the S24 Ultra, with the design, the titanium and the squared off edges here, instead of that rounded chrome stuff that they were using with the Fold 5 and the Flip 5. As a matter of fact, hang on a second. Let me see. I have the Flip 5 here. Let me see if I can find that. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. So you won't see this very well on camera here, but I have the Flip 5 here, and you can see the edges there are rounded here, and everything's chrome on this one, but it's just a cleaner look to both devices, and I like the way in particular the Z Fold 6 has been kind of widened. So when you have it folded, it looks, I have to have it in hand, but it looks as if the device is a little bit wider this way. So that, there we are, this way. That way, you have a little more screen real estate. And it's not a whole lot. I think it's like 1.1 millimeters or something like that. Something very minuscule. But it looks like it makes a huge difference. And the bezels on the front display of the Fold 6 are also smaller and squared off. And it just gives an overall impression and a little bit larger footprint. So it makes it feel more like an actual, regular phone, like your 24 Ultra or your iPhone on the outside. So I think it makes it for a better use of the exterior display, which is one of my complaints for the Fold 5, was that the exterior display was just a little hard to use, because it was so thin, narrow. It was so narrow. Now the inner display has a different aspect ratio as well. So it looks like it's more, it's got a more 4:3 type of aspect ratio. It looks like. Don't quote me on that. I'll definitely be talking about it once I get it in hand and I'm looking at the specs a little further in. But anyway, their big push in the Unpacked event was the Galaxy AI, of course, and I don't find that impressive at all personally. But so I'm not going to spend any time on that right now. It says pocketable play equipped with a 7.6-inch display. So the display is the same size on the inner display as it was last year. Now the brightness is better at 2600 nits. So that is that is one of the things that I absolutely have to have, is a very bright display. I don't like laptops or smartphones with very dim displays. I like to be able to use them outdoors, and when you're in the sun, sometimes it's hard to see those really dim displays. So it's good to have. The more nits, the better, I say. Hang on. Trying to grab some cables here. Got to clean up my office area again. So plug that in, see if I can get some power to that anyway. Pricing and colors. Okay, well now the price I believe has gone up, but your storage capacity is at 256 as a starting point. So you're looking at $1,900 for the Z6. I mean the Fold, the Z Fold 6. That's pricey, and then it just goes up from there. Now I will say that I have a link down below. If you use my link to purchase from Samsung.com. You will get $100 off, and then you will get, I believe, a year or 6 months of Samsung Care, and a couple other perks in there. You just have to use my link, and everything will show up in your cart once you check out. And they kind of changed some colors. They have silver shadow, pink, and navy, and then they have some other colors available online. But these three colors are exclusive to Samsung.com. The Z Flip 6, very similar to the Z Flip 5. Same kind of nice big cover display on the outside. I changed up the frame. They're giving these fancy colors again, but they kind of added kind of the accents to the camera modules here, the same color as the frame, so kind of makes it pop a little bit. It looks nice. It's not a big deal to me. Nothing really changed here. Even the cameras, that's one thing that early viewers of these phones have mentioned, is the cameras are all the same as last year, with the exception of the Flips. The Fold 6, I think, has a different sensor in the wide angle, but it's not a huge difference. So Samsung did not upgrade the cameras, which is a little bit disappointing to some. I don't know. I'm not going to get that nitpicky. I think the cameras were really good in last year's model, so I'm not sure that that's a huge deal to me anyway. Pricing on the Flip 6 starts at $1099, when again 256 storage capacity is the starting point, no more 128. And then you get silver shadow, yellow, blue, and mint. So probably one of the most intriguing introductions is the Watch Ultra. Very much looks like it's emulating the Apple Watch Ultra. Still has that round display, but it's got a case that's kind of got rounded corners, so it kind of emulates a little bit. Here, I got the Watch Ultra here, Apple Watch Ultra. Very, very similar. So, all the same kind of stuff in there with titanium frame and, all that kind of emergency siren, night mode up to 100 hours when using the power saving feature. All the health benefits, waterproofing, all that kind of stuff, it's all there. The pricing starts at $649.99 for the Watch Ultra, and it comes in 47 millimeter size, titanium gray, titanium white, and titanium silver. And then they have the Galaxy Watch 7, which I think, I don't have a picture of that one, but I think that one looks a little more like the Pixel Watch. So, and here we are. The Galaxy Ring is probably my most intriguing introduction that was announced yesterday. The Apple and Samsung both tout their sleep tracking with their watches, but I hate wearing my watch when I go to bed. I do not like anything on my wrist, so I don't wear my watch with my wrist on my wrist. So having a ring, I know Oru does. I think it's Oru. There's a couple smart rings out on the market, and I wouldn't mind having a smart ring. The only thing with the other ones is that you have to have a subscription to access your data. Sounds like Samsung is going to make that data available for free when you're using your Samsung phone. So I'm not sure about Pixel phones or other Android phones, but if you have a Samsung phone, I'm pretty sure if you buy a Galaxy Ring, that data will sync up and you will have all the data that you want. But I think I like the idea of the ring for sleep tracking because it's easier to wear on a finger than having to wear a watch. The Watch Ultra. This is a big stinking piece of metal on your wrist, and it's just uncomfortable to wear at night. So that's just not something I want to do. So the ring, I think I might be picking up this Galaxy Ring just to check it out. I have an S24 Ultra, so I got other Samsung products as well, because I do use both Android and iOS. So that looks pretty nice. Available in comfortable lightweight ring. The Galaxy Ring offers up to 7 days of battery life, Finished with a long-wearing titanium grade 5 frame. It comes in 3 colors. It's titanium silver, titanium gold, and titanium black. And it's running at $400. It's pricey. It's pricey for a ring. I mean, I get it. There's a lot of tech packed into it. So, but yeah. And finally, the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro and Galaxy Buds 3. And now this is very much, Apple AirPods Pro looking, and it's probably on purpose. So, I don't use a lot of earbuds, so I use over ears, and I prefer over ears. But when I do use earbuds, I do. I have some AirPods Pro. I have had 2 pairs of AirPods Pro earbuds, but I've given them to my wife and my daughter. So I'm budless. So I tend to use my Focal Batiste over ears for listening to music right now. But yeah, I mean, these look interesting. They look nice, and I've used the buds before, and they seem to work well. Got nothing huge to say about these. The design is nice. I mean, very AirPods Pro looking for sure. Kind of a little bit slightly different with that kind of razor blade looking type of stem, but overall looks nice. All right, taking a drink and moving on. Yeah, that's it for the Samsung stuff. I mean, we'll pop over here real quick to the Z Fold 6 page. As you can see, ultralight design, blah, 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 Galaxy AI. That's the big thing they talked about a lot, which I think a lot of people were annoyed by. Just showing off this Galaxy AI stuff, being able to edit with Galaxy AI, sketch to an image, chat with Gemini, which is garbage. Sorry, Google can stick it where the sun don't shine. But here's the actual phone, which is again very. It looks like they really did a great job with the design of making it more. It's flatter. Looks like the hinge is probably less gap there, and it says 239 grams and 5.6 millimeters in width, and there's a whole lot of information, and I'll link down below to the Z Fold 6 and the Z Flip 5, and you use those links and buy from Samsung.com using my links, and you will get a little savings there, a little extra savings that you won't get if you don't use my links. And I believe that's only going to be available for the next probably 48 hours or less now. So make sure you take advantage of that. All right, enough about Samsung Galaxy. Let's jump on over to laptops. I just wanted to touch quickly on laptops. I had a friend of mine ask me yesterday what kind of laptop should they buy. And I gave him some suggestions. I didn't go outrageously crazy on the price. I know people don't want to spend a whole lot of money. I didn't suggest a MacBook Pro. You're talking $2,300. I'm really liking, and they wanted a smaller laptop. So I'm really liking the new Lenovo and HP Snapdragon X laptop. So I suggested the Lenovo because I like that one because of the brightness of the screen. But it was still a little bit higher priced than they wanted to pay, and so I suggested a few others in the $600 to $700 range, and that was still a little too much, and they didn't want to pay that much, which is fine. There's no, we all have a budget, and I understand that. But one of the things that I tell people when they ask me, especially about laptops, smartphones have changed. Smartphones are different. They've changed. A smartphone now, a budget smartphone is worth your while now. But laptops are still, if you're looking for laptops in the $100 to $300 range, I'm just going to tell you, they're all about the same. You in quality, in software, and everything they're all about the same, and you You may get a year out of it. You may not. I mean, I don't know. One of the things that laptops in that price range tend to have is a lot of bloatware. And the reason why they have a lot of bloatware is because that's how they pay, and that's how they keep costs down. When they put all the games and other links on those laptops and virus software and all sorts of other things, that's how they pay to keep the cost down on the laptop. Not to mention that they use, more affordable material, and, the build quality isn't as good. The cooling may not be as good. Processors are definitely not as good. The RAM is very light. It's very light on RAM, and not upgradable. Processors, again, GPUs are not as good. There's a lot of cost cutting in those laptops. So when somebody says I want a cheap laptop, I don't have a problem with that, but I'm not going to recommend anything over. I'm not going to recommend one thing over another when it comes to laptops that are priced in that range. So, go to Best Buy and just pick one of the laptops that you think you like the best in that range, in that price range, $100 to $300 range. Buy that one. They're all going to be about the same. There's going to be very, very little difference other than the branding. You're getting the same thing. But when you step up to a more pricier laptop, things will change a little bit. Excuse me. Things will change a little bit. So I will say definitely that is my philosophy when people ask me about laptops. And I don't, it's not that I want to be blunt to anyone, but I also, I've been around this tech for a long time, and I know that the big box store laptops that you're finding in very affordable prices, they're all, like I've said it 4 or 5 times already, they're all the same. Just pick one that you like. Pick one that you feel like has the nicest looking design, or small, or however that goes. But the core of it's going to be this. It's pretty much identical. There's really no advantages there, but the issue with buying something that's cheap and is that it's going to be underpowered, and a lot of people buy these laptops and they expect, they're buying a Hyundai Elantra and expecting to get Lamborghini performance out of it, and you're just not going to do that. So, and that's why a lot of people end up getting their laptops don't last as long, as they're trying to do things with them that they're not designed to do. And I mean, I get it. I've done that too. I've bought items that I thought hey, this looks like it can handle this, but it really couldn't. So anyway, that's my advice on laptops. I wanted to put that out there because I know that I do get that question quite a bit from friends and family, and people online. They'll ask me, advice or recommendations for certain devices. And if you want to ask me what to buy for $100 when it comes to high end, when it comes to laptops or smartphones or TVs, I'm not going to really give you a whole lot of recommendations, because I'm just going to say they're all the same. Just buy one that you think looks cool, or that you like the way it looks or feels. That's my advice. Otherwise, $1,000 and over, I can give you some recommendations, ones that I enjoy. And I'm not going to say that a lot, especially Windows laptops, they're all going to generally be similar, but better once you get up to the $1,000 plus range. Anyway, although if you're running Linux, you can buy a cheap laptop and make it run really well. But you got to be willing to deal with Linux. But I digress. All right. That is all I have this week. I need to get back into the groove of podcasting because I've been out of the groove. Been busy, been writing reviews, been kind of doing a lot of different things, trying to refocus, pivot, and change up some things. I, you know, I'm on my own again. I had a crew with me, Jason and Kyle and Stormy, really great guys that have written with me or have been with me for a while. And, I just told them this week that, it's time for me to go alone for a little bit and kind of get myself reestablished. I feel like with all this, if you listen to my podcasts, in the beginning, I was talking a lot about Google and how the problems we've had with Google and with search and with ranking and all that other stuff, traffic. Those issues are still there, but so it's brought me to a place where I feel like I have to. I feel like I'm starting over. I feel like it's 2018. I feel like it's 2018, and I'm back to square one. And right now I feel like I need to do that on my own. And it's kind of stressful having a crew and worrying about everybody and worrying about just everything that goes on with running a website. I'm not going to. I can take up hours of your time trying to explain to you how things run and how things work on the back end and how business works. But I don't have that kind of time. You don't have that kind of time. Just know that I am trying to refocus myself and bring myself back to a point where I'm growing again. And I think I need to do that on my own right now. And when I get back to a point where I think I can bring people back on, everybody's, Jason and Kyle and Stormy are more than welcome to come back. But right now I'm just wanting to just go solo and do a lone wolf kind of thing right now. Really working a lot on just kind of concentrating on reviews and just trying to do focus on that because I tend to get sidetracked writing about kind of basic everyday tech stories. And so when you go to the site, we're going to have a little bit less. And it's actually I've done this for the past few months now. I don't have nearly as many tech articles going up right now because I'm focusing a lot more on just concentrating on getting reviews written and done, concentrating on the podcast, concentrating on social media and trying to get the brand back out there, and just that is my focus right now. Is I'm just trying to regrow what was torn down. So it's a process, and God willing, we'll get there. I'll get there, and it'll just take time and effort and a lot of hours, and that's what I'm doing. And I appreciate everyone's support. I posted over on MeWe today about all of this and the things that I'm working on. Also changing. I'm working on a little rebranding of the site. We're just a logo. I've been thinking about doing a new logo for a while now, and I've kicked around several different logos, but this is the one I think I'm settling on. Just in the process of making all the changes to my inventory now before I actually flip the switch on the live site up here in the logo section, because I don't want to put that up there just yet. I need to go through my entire inventory and make sure that I have everything settled and in place before I do that. But yeah, that is what's going on with me. just like I said on MeWe, I'm kicking around the idea of changing the branding logo. I'm going solo right now. Appreciate all the guys that have been helping me over the years and have helped me. I can't thank them enough. And oh yeah, at the end of the month, finally, at the end of this month, we're finally done with our contract with our ad service, which has been a nightmare for the past 2 years. And once that is done, I am pulling out of that, and we will be rethinking, or we'll be going with a different platform for our ads. And with the new platform, hopefully, we'll have a better experience on the site. Right now, the platform that we're with is garbage. So they've really they were great the first year I was with them, and then they progressively got worse and worse, and they've slowed my site down. They won't admit that, but I don't care at this point. I'm done at the end of this month, so it'll be great, and we will have a better experience for you guys on the site. I'm concentrating on building social media followings for broader brand awareness. I'm going to be doing more unboxing and overview videos, which you can catch on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, and on MeWe. So we just did one on the Cambridge Audio Metal Mania P100s. So make sure you're subscribed to our Rumble channel and YouTube channels, X as well. Focusing more on getting reviews written and out. So less regular content, more review-focused content. Oh, and I also have a server upgrade. I've got a lot going on. I have a server upgrade happening here at the end of this month, probably a little bit after I change my ad company. So hopefully the upgrade to the server, now we have a dedicated server. With us leaving the ad platform we're with and then upgrading the server, I think I'm very confident that speeds on the site and everything else is going to improve for you guys, and you guys will have a better experience on mobile and on desktop. So I'm working toward that. Again, been doing this for almost 12 years, 11 years. I'm losing track of time. Doing it for a long time. And I've put a lot of money into Techaeris and a lot of money into GripeCast. A lot of investment dollars, a lot of time invested, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears invested, all that stuff. And I ain't giving up. Not giving up, guys. We're gonna keep smashing away, and damn the torpedoes, and screw anybody that wants to mess with me. I'm gonna walk over you. YouTube, Google. Just get off my lawn. That's what I gotta say. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Thanks so much for supporting me. Thanks for supporting Techaeris and GripeCast. Thanks for supporting all that I do as a content creator. Thanks for reading, watching, listening, all those things. Please, if you're not subscribed to wherever you're listening, please subscribe, whether it be on Rumble, on YouTube, on any of the podcast platforms. If you're not subscribed, I would appreciate you guys hitting that subscribe button. Everybody else says hit the notification bell. I hate notifications. Hit the notification bell if you want. I don't really care, but your subscription really means a lot to me, and I appreciate that highly. Comment. I can't always respond to every comment. I'm a one-man band, so sometimes it's hard for me to get to comments, but I do look at them when I can, and I'll try to respond when I can and where I can. Make sure you guys are liking and giving me the thumbs up. The thumbs up is really important. That helps us, especially on YouTube and all the other platforms. We're still not I'm not monetized on YouTube, just so you know. If you see ads on my videos on YouTube, I am not monetized on YouTube. I get no money from that. They took my monetization away a year and a half ago, or I can't remember, because we didn't have enough watch hours. So They took that away, and then they upped the requirement for monetization. So anyway, so just like and share the videos, share the podcast that you listen to, especially share my content from the site. I would really appreciate that highly. Even if it's not something you're particularly interested in, if you feel like there might be something that your audience is interested in, or your friends, let's say this the Super 73S Adventure review that I just did. This bike is a great bike. Share the review. Share it with your friends. If you know that somebody was looking at one of these, share that review. That helps me a lot, and I appreciate that very much. So I am going to sign off for this week. I plan on trying to get back to 2 podcasts a week, depending on my review workload. It's pretty heavy right now, so we will see. But I want to get back on the horse, and we're going to get some more podcasting done. We're going to get more videos done, and we're going to kick butt and get moving. And the only way I can do this is with you guys. Like I said, I'm back solo. I appreciate you guys. I need your help. Let's get this ball rolling again, and let's just prove to the big Gemini AI Google expletive. I'm going to be nice because I don't swear. Really, I don't. So let's prove them. Let's prove that we can beat them. Let's prove that we can stay in this game, and that we can continue to make great content. And that's what I got for you this week. Love you guys. Make sure you take care of each other. Be blessed. Be kind. And we will see you and talk to you on the other side.